Okay, Tampa is a great city, one of the most popular cities for people to move to during the pandemic, but it's missing something really important. Let's talk about it. I'm Sam, and thanks for coming by the Living in Tampa channel, where we make these videos for you about what it's like to live and move to Tampa. And we are also a team of realtors here in the area. If you're interested in buying or selling real estate in the Tampa area, we want to hear from you. Call, text, or email anytime. So I got a call from an investor the other day, a bigger commercial investor, and he was asking me about my opinion of the Tampa market. He had watched some of the videos and just wanted to kind of talk about it. And as we were talking, an opinion I have came out that I want to share with you as well. I think there's this big thing missing from Tampa, and we'll expand on it, but I want you to know right up front, I think it's jobs. It's high-paying jobs, and it's some kind of big employer that's bringing those to the area. I just don't see that happen. But let's get into that a little bit. Tampa has grown steadily for a long time. St. Petersburg has grown steadily for a long time. These two bigger cities kind of in the Tampa market. And currently there's like 20 billion in new condos being built, like buildings like this, like nice condo buildings close to the water. And some of that has been inspired by Vinnick, who owns the Tampa Bay Lightning, the hockey team. And he has brought in other big investors, Bill Gates even, to invest in like this Water Street development, which is just kind of down the road from Amalie Arena. It's, you know, beautiful condos, hotel, like luxury hotel, 5-star restaurant, like that kind of experience. And so we see this big money coming in, but we don't really see the big jobs following it, or like a big employer following it. It doesn't have to be high-paying jobs right away, but the potential of them. So sometimes I compare this dilemma to a city like Austin. Austin has crazy high demand, crazy high prices, appreciation, migration, all those kind of things. But there's continually businesses building massive things there. I was at an event recently and I heard the CEO of Intel, and they're like, Intel's building big chip manufacturing places there in Austin and all these kind of things. And I mean, that chip plant doesn't employ that many people. It's like a few hundred people. So it's not hundreds of thousands of people that have high-paying jobs there, but it is just showing the future of innovation in an area like that, and it shows the potential of more high-paying jobs to support all that infrastructure, to support all those residents, all those kind of things. So all this big development, all this luxury development is going on right now, and I think a lot of these developers have seen this luxury market shift in Miami, where Miami is one of the top luxury markets in the world now, not just in the country. And they're trying to make Tampa kind of similar. And I just don't know if that will happen. If it's just people moving here with money, that makes this a different kind of place. Because Tampa, this whole Tampa, St. Pete, all this whole area is locals. It's people that like were born and raised here, occasionally people that migrate here and, you know, build their life and work. It's not just retirees. It's really, really not. So one of the big developers that's building a lot of these condos, he's a big developer from New York City, a Greek guy, and he in New York City he's developed things like the Chelsea Market, some big things like that you know of, and he's building that you may know of, and he's building a lot of these luxury condos down here now. Another developer that just announced that they're building something was the developer that built the World Trade Center in New York City. So Tampa is just kind of getting this attention, and it seems a little unwarranted to me. Maybe I'm wrong. I'd love to hear from you if you think I'm wrong. I want to hear in the comments down below why I'm wrong. And don't get me wrong, I think there are plenty of things that make Tampa really interesting. So not just the beaches, but then downtown you have the bay, you have the Hillsborough River that runs through with the beautiful like river walk all along it. You have all this like nice stuff. It's a nice little downtown. It's little. It is pretty little. Then you have, you know, big sports teams. You have a NHL team right here downtown. You have the football team not too far away. You have the baseball team not too far away. Well-known aquariums and amusement parks and zoo and all these kind of things. You have like really interesting historic districts like Ybor City, like St. Petersburg, and then like I said, like there's a lot of amusement. It's not just the beaches and it's not just the amusement parks, but there's, you know, treetop parks, there's parasailing, there's fishing, there's islands you can go to, there's the Gasparilla Festival, there's F1 races in downtown St. Pete, there's a lot of things going on. But what is Tampa missing compared to other cities? And I really think it's the high-paying future. It doesn't have to be high-paying right now. And there has been a big increase in like software development jobs, but a lot of those jobs are with Citibank. And when you increase from 10,000 jobs to 20,000 jobs, yeah, it looks like a 100% increase, but still that's not that many jobs. So I'm just wondering where the high-paying future is. Because right now, the biggest employers in the state, in the county, in the city are, they're the hospitals, they're the cities, the counties, the school systems, the sheriff's department. They're companies like that. And then you have others like, Publix has a lot of employees here, but a lot of those are lower dollar employees. Then you have a company like Bloomin' Brands, which is like the headquarters of Outback, which is not in Australia, it's right here in Tampa. They employ a few people, but still just not that many. There are some really valuable companies here with a lot of their employees overseas, like a company like Jabil, some of these like tech device companies that have some engineering here. They, develop they manufacture stuff in other places. There are a lot of military jobs here, a lot. There's a lot is maybe a stretch, but there is, the MacDill Air Force Base here, which is Central Command and Special Operations Command. And then there's a lot of contractors connected to that, whether that's Lockheed Martin or Stryker, or I have one client that works for a government contractor that just manages other government contractors, which to me sounds like the most government job ever. But there are some of those jobs here, and a lot of those are higher paying because they're, especially with it, since it's Central Command and SOCOM, a lot of those are higher paid government officials, military officials, and not just like infantry. But I just ask you, what is the future of this job market in Tampa? What do you think will happen? What will it look like going forward? Will the high paying jobs, will the future look brighter? Or will we have to just continue being a tourist destination? What do you think? One thing I recommend to people all the time is if they are moving here, that they have a job first, not come here looking for a job. And so if you've secured that job, if you're wanting to move here, or if you're just like looking to the future and wanting to do that, we want to hear from you. We want to help you buy a house. We want to help you sell your houses. We want to help you do everything real estate related. So call, text, email anytime, and we would love to connect. Thanks for coming by. Okay, so I just got back from downtown Tampa, back here in my office, and my father-in-law sent me this article. And what he said when he sent me this article was, headline of the article, Tampa named one of the world's greatest places by Time. This is the local Tampa news channel, has this article, citing this article, other article about Tampa being named one of the world's greatest places. They quote the article a little bit, they add their own commentary, but what I'm interested in more is the actual Time article. So Tampa, Florida, subtitle Waterfront Fun. They've got a nice shot here downtown. Here's Tampa University right over here. Here's the Children's Museum. Here's the Riverwalk going right along here. Florida's city du jour is eager to earn permanent status on travelers' list of sunny, accessible escapes worthy of a weekend stay as a cutting-edge, multi-billion-dollar landmark development project redefines its downtown. Water Street Tampa is that development I was talking about that Vinnick, the owner of the Lightning, Jeff Vinnick, and Bill Gates are kind of involved in. Vinnick is the really like the lead of that. So the beginning of this Water Street development is the Tampa Edition. Is saying, the city's first true 5-star hotel, the Tampa Edition. There are currently only 5 in the U.S., including one in Miami, with Michelin star chef John Fraser at the helm. I don't think they're saying there's only 5 true 5-star hotels. I think they're saying there's like the Miami Edition. There's some others that are owned by the same group. Backed by Bill Gates and Lightning owner Jeff Vinnick, the project has already seen the verge. Its main pedestrian promenade. So they're doing kind of a pedestrian walkway area in the middle of all this too, which I think is really cool. Other restaurants kind of coming into here. Stylish oyster bar, another like apartment hotel. Some really cool, interesting things. The neighborhood was recently named the first well-certified city district too, thanks to its focus on sustainability and livability. And rentable electric scooters make it easy to zip around downtown. Those things are everywhere. The development is at the crux of a downtown renaissance that's seen Tampa finally take full advantage of what's been here all along, water everywhere between the Hillsborough River and the Tampa Bay. The city has become an entrepreneur and millennial magnet with bleisure, well, I don't know what that means, with bleisure a way of life at spots like Sparkman Wharf, where top chefs, not really top chefs. There's like one top chef that has a taco place down there. And Armature Works, which we've made videos about before, a chic food hall, and then the 2.6 mile Tampa Riverwalk. With Tampa's first nonstop flight from Heathrow via Virgin Atlantic debuting late last year, easy access to the art-loving, dog-friendly city of St. Pete, and plenty of sun, sand, and sea in nearby Paso Grill Beach and Clearwater, there's never been a more appealing time to touch down. Interesting that they only mentioned those two beaches, Paso Grill and Clearwater. Yeah, flight to Heathrow is a big deal. This really isn't saying much. It's saying like, oh, Tampa's now like a top place to visit, one of the world's greatest places, because Vinnick and Bill Gates are dumping this money into this 2 blocks of downtown. Don't love the logic there. Where else is on this world's greatest places? I mean, these are like stunning places. I don't know how many of them are on the list. There's a lot. I mean, Vienna is on the list. Well, I went to Vienna one time for like a overnight. I was like a long layover, had the best like garlic soup. Tampa, Florida, right here on the list. Along with Tucson, Arizona, like Washington, D.C. This list is just super random. This just seems like some kind of clickbait list that Jerusalem, like some of these are like known wonders of the world. Others are just random. Let's see what they say about Tucson. Let's see if it's as shallow as what they say about Tampa. Food. They're talking about food. Food and beer. They're really just talking about food. And they're talking about somebody developing stuff. New hotel, a new wine-centric hotel. The world's greatest places of 2023, 50 extraordinary destinations to explore. How we chose the list. Let's see that. Okay, how we chose the list. Travel industry back in swing, but not without notable shifts in how and where we wander. Steeper costs and increased interest in sustainability and authenticity are shaping the landscape. To compile this list of the world's greatest places, the top spots to visit this year, Time solicited nominations of places from our international network of correspondents and contributors, with an eye toward those offering new and exciting experiences. The result, 50 far-flung and familiar spots, from Giza to Tampa. That's kind of strange to me. This year's list also includes reporting to help readers navigate the sometimes chaotic travel industry, from what to do when something inevitably goes wrong at the airport. This feels like a report that is just subsidized by hotel developers. You know, when you see those reports about like how good milk is for you and they're just like paid for by Dairy Farmers of America. This feels like something like that. I don't really trust it. What do you guys think? I think you should visit Tampa. I think it's a cool place. Now, to put it in like the 50 places you should visit, I wouldn't put it there. Even though I'm here trying to sell you a house here, I still wouldn't put it on the list. What do you think?